Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of VIP on episode 17. Back here with my co-host, bro. How you feeling, bro?
Another night, man. I wish I was like this dude down below us, boy. I wish I had his bank account. I'm at work, boy. I'm tired. It's almost a day almost over. I'm tired, boy. How about y'all though? How y'all boys doing, man?
And
Man, I'm good. I'm
next
good.
man, here with man, former Kentucky wide receiver, current Giants receiver, Wan'Dale Robinson. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I say as good as I can be off season, back at home, just working out, just getting back right for the season.
Yeah, facts. So let's get it going. So you was a top 40 player in the 2019 class. You was also the number one all-purpose back because you was a running back in college. In high school, and you was the number one player at Kentucky, bro. What was your recruiting process like, bro?
Sure, the recruiting process was a little crazy. It didn't really pick up until probably after like my junior year. I kind of went crazy my junior year, and then a bunch of schools just started coming in, and then just kind of living it up and not really thinking about where I wanted to go to school until probably like my senior year. Started taking the official visits and took my officials to Michigan, Purdue, Ohio State, Alabama, and Nebraska, and so. Just figuring out where I really wanted to go and where I could feel like I could make an impact early. And Nebraska was that spot. But I loved all the places that I visited. Felt like I could have made an impact wherever I went. But Nebraska was where I had my heart at coming out of high school, and just where I felt like I was the best fit. So.
Facts. You go ahead, Bama.
What was your most memorable experience from all of those recruiting trips and everything?
Probably just sitting down and riding in a car with Coach Saban. I got a video on my phone. I wish I was on the MacBook. I could show you on my phone just riding around with Coach Saban on one of the visits, and it was just kind of like, dang, I'm riding around in a car with the best coach ever. So that was just kind of a surreal moment for me.
Facts. Hey, so what made you choose Kentucky at the end of the day with your recruiting process, bro?
Choosing Kentucky, I chose coming out of, after the transfer. It was really, I mean, for me, it was, I just knew I had to get some catches. I was playing a lot of running back whenever I was at Nebraska and then transferring back. So I was like, I just got to get drafted, and I knew Kentucky was going to be the spot. And they hired a OC from the Rams, and he told me, he was like, I can get you 100 catches, and that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, you go ahead, Bama.
So what's the biggest So I love asking these. We have a lot of guys that got switched from RB Golden Tate, Dante Hall. A lot of them dudes say they play running back. So what was the challenges you faced switching from running back to receiver? Because I know it ain't easy. I played football too. I played H-back, but I know it's not easy learning to run routes and all of that stuff. So what was some of the challenges you faced?
I would say, I mean, really just getting the releases and stuff and realizing like not everything you got to tempo things and you got to change things up. For me, it was like I just always try to imagine I had the football in my hands whenever I was running routes and doing breaks and things like that. So just to make it easier on myself. But really, it was just practice over and over and just getting reps at it. That's the only way you're going to get better. So.
Yeah, I feel you. So when you get there at Kentucky, bro, if you could remember, because I always ask this when people pull up to the VIP room. So if you could remember, what was your hardest workout at Kentucky?
Man, okay, so basically it's like one day it's like this all these stations and our strength coach is like a big speed dude, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen like the speed treadmills, like the curves.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Yeah.
so and then I don't know if you know what an air runner is. It's like you put your like shoulders into something and then like your feet are basically behind you and it's just like you're pushing air, but it's like weighted air. Um, and then there's another station. It's like med balls and stuff. It's just a bunch of different stations, but you're on the air runner for like a good like 15 seconds, and then you're on the treadmill for another 15 seconds, trying to hold at least like 15 miles an hour or something like that. And you're doing that station like a couple times, and so I remember we were all pretty dead after that. But Kentucky wasn't too crazy. They didn't really try to kill us too much. It was more so they wanted to get us fast and be ready to play in the games too. So.
Facts. You go ahead, Bama.
I want to, like I said, I work up here at the junior college. I train a lot of the athletes. So could you talk back when you said you was practicing? Because these guys, they try to make it seem like it's super complicated. It might be complicated with the question I'm about to ask. How much extra time did you put in learning that new skill, you know what I'm saying, outside of practice? Because I feel like you NFL guys, y'all go the extra mile. Y'all don't always just rely on coach to always tell you, hey, Wan'Dale, you need to work on this. You need to work on, you know what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you know where you was trying to get. So can you speak to me to the extra time you put in? Like, was it an hour, 30 minutes? Like, talk to us about that.
I mean, whether it be actually doing stuff, I'm a big watcher, so I can watch a lot of things and then I can go and do it. That's kind of how I've always been. Luckily for like I've been blessed to be like that. But even whenever you just got to go out there and put extra, even after practice, just doing certain little things that you know you need to work on, know your weaknesses and things like that, or whatever whatever you're being asked to do, and you know that you really got to be prepared for it that week. Just go ahead and doing some extra work on that. Just always trying to find little ways, especially during the off season. You got all the time in the world, so you just find everything that you can critique and craft in your game. So
Yeah, facts. Of course, in college, man. Of course, when you playing ball, everybody has to go through fall camps, and I know when I went through mine, my shit was fucking hell. So I want to ask you, bro, what was like? What was it like when you went through your first fall camp, bro?
my first fall camp, I remember I was dead tired with Scott Frost. His offense, we was tempo, tempo, tempo. And my freshman year, I was out there. I was running with the ones and stuff too. So it's like you better know what you're doing. And I'm out there just stressed out, making sure I know the playbook, and then just out there trying to make plays at the same time. Just hot. I just remember that part. It's just being super hot out there. You got a lot of plays. But no, camp was fun. I liked it. I mean, just being out there, being able to compete every day, and it was fun. And just realizing I was like, I just want to show that I can play out here and I can play with these college boys. So,
Do you remember the schedule of your fall camp?
I think we started our days at like 7, and we were done at about 6 around then. So I mean, it was yeah, there was some long days. Luckily, we had a nap room, so I know that room was being utilized pretty much as we could.
Yeah, sure. Damn. I said, at least I had a little bit of time getting out at 6. My shit, we was up at 6 and we didn't get out to like 9, but that shit
Oh
was
no, nah,
yeah, that shit was hell, bro.
nah.
Go ahead, bro.
Who's the person that gave you the inspiration to play football?
Um, I mean, shit. I guess you would say my dad. I mean, he introduced it to me, and from the moment that I really started watching it, I was like, I was hooked on it, and that was the one thing I wanted to do. Like from the moment I was 5 years old, he'll tell you like that was what I said I was going to do. Is I was going to play in the league, and stuck to it. But yeah, I mean, he put it. He's the one that put it in front of my face, and um, then um, having like Devin Hester, Reggie Bush, those were like my favorite players whenever I really started watching the game. So
Yeah, man. So going to just because you've been playing because you was at Nebraska and Kentucky, so because you've been in a lot of environments, I wanted to ask you, what is the hardest environment you've ever had to play at in college?
Georgia,
Yeah.
Georgia, my 2021. This was my junior year at Kentucky. At that point, we were both undefeated at the time. It was 1 versus 11. We were going to their place, and we were both undefeated in SEC play, undefeated overall. And that was the first. We got the ball first, and I remember we were in the huddle like we can't hear anything. Like there's nothing you could hear. Every third down, they're putting up the little like how loud it is, and it just keeps getting louder and louder. I'm just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I know Georgia's fucking crazy. Go ahead, man.
So I'll stick with it right there. I got a lot of other questions, but I'll stick with because that was one of my questions actually. So what's the challenges when you play on a team like Alabama or Georgia? Like I'm going with Georgia because that's basically they got Kirby over there, so that's another Alabama basically from that mode. So what is the challenges and what the reason why I say that? You see these teams, Alabama, Georgia, they pretty much dominate whoever they play. But when you get to the NFL, you guys, from those Kentuckies, Missouri's, those other schools, y'all have better NFL careers. Y'all the better NFL players. So what is the challenges when you facing those teams? Like what is it that makes them so dominant as a unit, more so than an individual, shall I say? So
I mean, like I think it goes back to recruiting. I mean, at the end of the day, Alabama and Georgia, I mean, they get the most 4 or 5 stars. So whenever it comes to depth and
wow.
whenever guys got to come out of the game, just take a little breathers and things, it's not really a drop off. Whereas, like us at Kentucky, I mean, there could be a drop off whenever a corner goes out of the game, a receiver goes out of the game. It could be a pretty big drop off where it's like, with those teams, it's not too much. And whenever you get into those type of games, whenever you don't have the depth and you're trying to rotate guys and guys are getting tired and things like that, that's whenever teams get worn down. So they obviously got the bodies just to keep going. And I would say like, the backups are better than other teams' backups. And like especially in a college setting, whereas in the league it's the best of the best. No matter where you came from,
Yeah.
they figured out you were good enough to be here. So
Yeah. So just speaking about playing sports, but I always realized, like I always saw like with you had the Kobe tattoo like around like the back of your ear. So I want to ask like how much of a role did Kobe play for you to play sports, man, as a kid?
I mean, I wouldn't say like he played a role in me playing the sport. I would say the mentality of everything, and with how I played, that definitely played a role. Just always wanted to win. I hated losing, especially as a kid. At playing Madden, playing 2K, I would, especially like finally 5, 6 years old, I'm probably crying if I'm losing the game, just shit like that. So, but I always just wanted to win, just always trying to be the best and just do whatever I can every day just to try to reach the goal of whatever it is. So, definitely was inspired by that.
Fact. So I got a question for you, and I'm dead ass not even trolling. Because of course you played with Will Levis, and of course, everybody's seen the Mayo match. Everybody's seen.
Yeah.
Did you see that personally yourself before it went viral?
I did not. Whenever it went viral, I was just as shocked as everybody else. So, yeah, no, that's just Will though. That boy, a little different.
Yeah, but actually, but also like, how was it being around Will Levis as a teammate? 'Cause I know, of course, Will Levis in the league now doing his thing. So how was it like being around his teammate?
Nah, he's cool. I say he's cool people. As soon as he came in, we kind of knew that he was all about business, and we were like, okay, this dude's a little different. And then the first practice, well, our first scrimmage, he won the job off the first play. We scored on the first play, and coach came over and said that's y'all starting quarterback. And we were like, all right. So, but nah, yeah, he's good. I mean, he's determined. He's smart as hell. He's always trying to be great. I mean, he's so intense whenever he's out there on the field. Sometimes we got to tell him like, "Hey, bro, you just got to loosen up a little bit." So, but nah, he was real cool people.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Bama.
So when I watch you play, bro, I call you the human joystick. I had you on fantasy. I do my homework just for us on talent or whatever. So I call you the human joystick. Can you walk us through one of your most memorable high school games, like where you just went crazy? I don't know if it was your junior year, senior year. Walk us through one of them games, bro. Like, what was it? 8 touchdowns? I know you probably scored 10 in one game.
I had one where I scored 7 and we lost.
Oh, damn, bro.
7 and we lost. But yeah, so there was this school, it's Lexington Catholic. It's one of the bigger schools in the class that I was in, which was 3A here in Kentucky. But it was a private school, and so every time we played them, it was always like, yeah, you got to come with it. And for some reason, I always pretty much played well every time we played them, no matter what class it was. My freshman year, actually, I got hurt against my sophomore year, but all the other years, I always played pretty well. But yeah, I had 7, I had like a kick return, a receiving touchdown, like four or five rushing touchdowns. Yeah, it was a crazy day. It was like 563 all-purpose yards. So it was a crazy day.
Damn, and the loss is crazy. I know you was
And a loss.
I know you was hot.
It was kind of one of those. It was like you're mad, but it's like, what else could you do?
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, fact. So man, bro, you have a good ass career in college, man. You about to start heading over to the draft, doing the draft process. So, what was the draft process like for you, bro?
The draft process was cool. I mean, went out to Arizona, was training and stuff down there. Was with a good group of guys, Garrett Wilson, Jahan Dotson, some of the dudes. And just training down there and then going to the combine, going through the interviews and stuff, it's just all business. And luckily, me coming from an NFL system at Kentucky, I was already kind of used to being asked the questions about NFL schemes and things like that. So that was a little bit of an advantage whenever I had those things. But it was all cool. I was really just ready to get the combine over with and just ready to see where I was going to end up. And I was happy to end up in New York. So,
Go ahead, man.
Being from Kentucky, man, like shit. I always wanted to know this stuff because it's not no disrespect. I haven't heard of too many great football players coming from besides Sean Alexander. I'm a diehard Bama fan. So when you said you was around with Nick Saban, that made me feel so good, but also made me mad because you wasn't there, that you didn't come, bro. But
they had too many dudes in that room. I wasn't trying to go sit.
Is it like some type of like have Sean Alexander reached that? Because like I said, bro, like Kentucky don't have a lot of good football players, and from what I remember, bro, like you was the truth, bro. Like literally, like you was slicker than an oil spill. I ain't just saying that because, like, bro, you was really like a joystick. draws on the floor everywhere, making people look silly. And I got a few games to ask you, but like, has he reached out to you? Like, how is it? Like, just being from a community like that don't have big players. I feel like it don't have that. The like Texas, in Georgia, how they get the little backing, the little media backing. Like, how is it growing up in Kentucky playing football there?
I mean, yeah, I say that's. I mean, actually, I've never talked to him before, but I mean, there's always guys that you run into that that were big in college and things like that. Not too many guys have came out of Kentucky and have just made it. A lot of them more so around my age, like Rondell Moore, Nate Hobbs, and dudes like that. So, not too many that are older and things like that. I know a lot of the former like University of Kentucky players that are kind of greats and things like that, but yeah, there's it's kind of a little slim list of Kentucky high school football players that are really big with it. So
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Probably feels great though. You want a lot of free ones coming out playing ball. What's the name? That's from the
oh yeah, yeah,
state.
no doubt,
Yeah,
no
facts.
doubt.
So, man, talk me through draft day, bro. I know that's a crazy day. You probably family had a party, all that. So, like, what was it like, bro? Right before you got drafted, bro. What was it like? Bro? 'Cause I know draft day is crazy, bro. I
Man,
know.
uh, shoot, it was a crazy day. I mean, shoot, just went and got my hair cut. Already had the fit and everything planned out. Had a little party at the hotel. And then what was actually crazy, I get there, everybody's already kind of there, and the draft's probably starting in like 15 minutes by the time I get there. So I'm just kind of greeting everybody, just saying what's up. And whenever the draft started, I sit down and I look at my phone. I don't have any service, no service at all. And I was
Damn.
like, oh no, this is not good. So we'll figure out like you could do like the Wi-Fi calling or whatever. So I have to go through all my settings. So I'm out of the room for probably like 10 minutes. We're trying to figure out how I'm going to get service, how I'm going to do this or whatever. And luckily come to figure everything out. I'll probably sit down for another 2, 3 minutes and then my phone starts vibrating. I'm just like, hold up. Is this really about to happen? And I look down and I see Jersey and I'm like, at first I'm just kind of like, Jersey? Who the hell's in Jersey? And then I answered, and then it was Joe, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Damn, we're about to go to New York." But nah, it was a crazy day. It was a dream come true for real. Me, my dad, my mom, just kind of sit there crying for a little bit, just knowing that that's all I would work for my whole life. So.
Yeah, facts. That's fire, bro. You go ahead, man.
How random is that experience? Because some of the times I be feeling like the guys kind of already know where they're about to go, but it's just from what I'm hearing from you, it's just random as hell, huh?
Yeah, no, I really think, especially like I knew it was gonna be like day two for me. So it's just kind of however the board's kind of falling. I knew on day one I wanted as many receivers to go as possible because I knew day two was gonna be the day for me. So uh, once that happened, and my agent they were like, once pick 40 hits, you just kind of got to be ready, and it was 43, so they were right on.
Yeah, so when you first get to New York, man, of course you do OTAs, mini camps. But like when you had your first training camp, was you nervous?
Well, training camp, I was actually kind of straight. OTAs, I was more so nervous during OTAs because it was just like your first time kind of around the dudes and going through like
Mhm.
7-on-7, anything like that. And once we got through OTAs and we came back for training camp, I was ready to go. They told me they kind of told me the plan and was in on a lot of packages and things like that. I knew I was going to be used as a rookie, and I was like, I'm ready to go. So I was excited going into training camp. I was more so nervous in OTAs.
Yeah, facts. You go ahead, Bama.
This is my one big question. So, with you, what is the difference? Because, like I said, dog, you make folks look silly, like silly. So, what's the difference between like the moves you're able to pull off, like in college, versus the NFL? Like you still was juking in the NFL, but what I see normally, like with you guys, that's real slippery like that. Like you can make people miss, but it's just something about the NFL. I don't know whether it's I don't know. Their pursuit is just ridiculous to where you make them look. You might get one guy, but you rarely get the whole defense. If you get what I'm saying, like so, like what's the difference to where you can make people look silly to where the NFL it don't always happen like that? You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you on mute? I think you on mute right there. You on?
There it is.
Nah, he's still. I can't hear that nigga. Hey, Wan'Dale, do me a favor. Just back out and come right back in.
Yeah.
Back out and come back in. You be good. You be straight. Nah, you still. Hey, just back out. Just back out like a lap. Just that. Like yeah, just back out, come back in. Hey, Chad, how we feeling about this interview so far, man? If y'all got any questions, man, send through, bro. Just if you got any questions, y'all send through, bro. He about to join back real soon. So if y'all got any questions, chat, ask him, bro. Don't wow out, but still ask him. Feel me? Don't feel me. He about to join back, man. Yes, sir. Make sure for people that's in here right now, you know we going live in an hour or so with Flag on the pay. He said, does he want Gabe, I'll ask him about the 2K question because I know y'all played him in 2K, bro. I know y'all played him in 2K. I might have to ask him, bro. I might have to, man.
That boy Gabe and them probably was setting screens all game. Talking about something you want to play again. No, play with your screen setting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, you straight. Yeah, you straight now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, I had got a call. I was like,
yeah, it's probably because you got a phone call. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Damn. All right, but what was we saying?
Yeah, I was just asking about the juke moves. Like, what's the difference between pulling them off in college versus the NFL? Like, because I feel like in the NFL it's a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? To get them same.
I mean,
like I said, bro, you be making folks look silly, bro. Like I saw one you had to do slumped over on all foes. Like that's like I played D2. I know it ain't D1, it ain't the NFL, but bro, that still is universal. That's bad. You making folks look bad. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference?
Well, I mean, really, dudes in the league just better at tackling. I mean, that's just what it is. In college, you definitely can do a lot more, and I don't think dudes are really trying as hard sometimes in college. In the league, dudes out there, everything's on tape, and you get called out for everything out there. So they aren't trying to let guys get any little bit of extra yardage or anything like that. So you got dudes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Hey man, so of course your first season, bro. Talk to me through the adversity you had to go through because, of course, your first 100-yard game against Detroit, you tear your ACL, you was out for the rest of the season. So how did you get about that adversity? Because I know that was a very hard thing to do, especially with your rookie year. You get hurt and you out for the rest of the season.
Man, that was tough because especially then, like I knew I had the 100-yard game, and even before that, a lot of people don't know I had the MCL, and that was the first game of the year, and I was out for 5 weeks and came back week 6, and then started just getting back in the groove, and I really felt good in that Detroit game, and had the 100 yards, and then that happens, and I'm just kind of like, why me? At that point, it's like, why am I the one that has to? Like, I've never been injured before in my life, and this year I'm missing games for the first time ever, and it's just really just everything's just kind of questioning. It's like as soon as I get to the level I'm ready to be at, everything just kind of starts falling apart. But just sitting down, like my dad's a really big guy in my life, and he's just telling me, everything happens for a reason, and God's putting you through something that you can handle it. So every day, just during rehab, just thinking about that, everything, just working to get better every day, and just my motto is just kind of 1%, and every day is just gonna you'll eventually get back to where you were, and I'm back healthy and feeling good now, though. So
you can go ahead, man.
So in times of adversity, man, what do you do, man? Like I say, a lot of you pro guys, I feel like y'all have I would almost say it's crazy because a lot of the stuff people tell y'all can't do, y'all straight up go out there between them chalk lines and y'all fucking do it. You feel me? So
yeah.
Times of adversity, man, can you speak to us to that? Like, can you walk us through your thought pattern or like what do you do? What do you get to? Do you read some? Like how do you respond in times of adversity?
A lot of like music, a lot of like things that motivate, like a lot of motivation music. I like getting on the game, just chilling, like just to get my mind away from everything. Just getting on the game, just playing with my homeboys and things like that. Just to not even think about football or think about the injury at that point in time. So just getting my mind away from things when just not having to worry about it.
So of course you have the injury, but I think you've had it. I think you've had a moment so far. So I wanted to ask you, what was your first NFL moment? Your first NFL moment. What was your first NFL moment?
Probably my first touchdown or the Packers game. One of the two. That Packers game was kind of special. That was like the day or two before I had surgery the year before. So and then having that pretty big game, so that was kind of special to me.
You go ahead, man.
So, like I said, I had to ask about it. Walk us through that fucking owl catch, bro, in the bowl game
Oh yeah, that
on
shit
the
was.
sideline. Dog, that's I don't like I
The
said, bro. You
sideline
was
catch,
basically in a
I said
phone booth,
that whole drive was crazy. So
bro. You was in a phone booth, and I don't know what that was. It's like you lifted your leg and you got out of, bro. I don't know what that was. Can you walk us through that?
man, what's crazy is I really don't like. I don't remember exactly like how I did it. I remember the concept. We ran a sail concept, and I'm dead tired, and I'm just kind of like jogging through the route, and then I see Will throw the ball up, and I'm like, oh snap, and I catch it, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, there ain't nobody here, and so we just keep going, and I see he's just kind of over pursuing me. I just put my left foot in the ground, and with my left foot, I just kind of feel like my left foot and left leg, I can kind of torque my body whichever way I need to go. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Bro, you
But yeah,
did that tired, my nigga.
I was able to just move in some way and miss him and then was able to get down to the one. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy job. I remember that.
Chat,
Hey,
y'all don't think y'all understand how
look
crazy
at
it
me,
is.
fam.
Y'all need to go look at that. Like the fact that he did that tired, salute, dog, salute.
Hey,
Like,
Bama, look who commented, bro.
Big dog, what's up, coach?
What up, Dad? Appreciate you coming out, Dad. Appreciate you, bro. So, in the league, bro, the Giants y'all done faced some good teams, some good DBs. So, in your opinion, who do you think has been the toughest DB you've had to face so far?
Me personally going against.
Yeah,
So like, I'm in the slot a lot. So a lot of dudes, they're going to be what do you mean? Like, because so I don't really see a lot of these dudes on the outside, like Sauce and dudes like that. So for me, the matchup that I had that I felt like was like, all right, we really got to work today is I would either say Jordan Lewis or Lante Taylor, the Cowboys and Saints, one of the two. So yeah.
Okay. They're definitely tough nickels. I say nickel is
Mhm.
the hardest. I say nickel's the hardest spot to guard, anyways.
Oh yeah, I definitely think nickels are underappreciated, no doubt.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest position for a
They
guard.
have to guard somebody like
Yeah,
you without getting to
it's
change.
so
It's a
much
lot
in
of
space,
it's so
bro.
much space.
It's
I
so
can go
yeah,
I
exactly.
can
Bro.
go
Yeah.
either way, you know.
Oh
That's what
man.
I'm saying, bro. So you can go ahead, bro.
What was the defining moment in college that lets you know that hey, you could play in the NFL? Because I know you had to transfer school, so it's a lot of uncertainty there. But what was a defining moment that kind of reassured you, like, hey, I really can get paid off of this?
I mean, I always, even in Nebraska, I knew I had the talent. It was just more so I needed to show the production. Once we were probably a couple, like 4 or 5 games through the season at UK, and I was already at like 600 yards, and it was just kind of like, all
Yeah.
right, we weren't like this in Nebraska. So, say obviously if we can just keep this thing going right here, obviously you're going to be able to leave and do what you want to do. So, just going throughout the whole year, I just kept just trying to chop wood and just make sure that I was progressing each time. So,
Yeah.
Oh man, shit, man. Bam, you got any more questions before I ask? Before I ask me anymore? You got any
Yeah.
more questions?
So this is what I want to ask. What do you see? I always because this is what I bring it back to. Tavon Austin said a bar, and it stuck with me forever. I played in the backfield. I played running back. I played fullback too. He said they see what I see, but they can't see what I see, and that I know that's gonna go over everybody's head in the chat, but you know what that means, Wan'Dale. Like they see what you see, but they don't really see. So what are you really looking at to really put the drop? Chat, like I said, if y'all don't know this man, y'all better go listen here, boy. You can't hit him in the phone booth. So, what are you really looking at? Like, is you looking at feet? Like, I don't understand like what you be seeing because them cuts, what you be doing, bro, is just like, how did you even see that dude right there?
man, a lot of times it's been so long. It's like you really don't know. I feel like it's just a lot of feel. For the most part, like my whole life, I've always just been able to kind of just slither through little ways and always kind of know where people are gonna be, um, just out of your peripherals and things like that. So just being really aware of everything. I don't know. Ever since I was about 5 or 6, I've been able to do the same things I've really been doing my whole life. So
Facts. Man, speaking of this current season, bro, of course, man, of course, like DJ got hurt, Tyra getting hurt, so the emergence of Tommy DeVito, man. How was it being around Tommy? Because man, damn near his rise of stock was damn near like Lansani in football. Everybody
Yeah.
doing this, everybody
Uh,
from the game to stretch. What was it like being around Tommy DeVito, bro?
Man, Tommy's cool, bro. As soon as he came in, we was already like, first we was like, who is this dude? And then realizing everybody's like, he's from Jersey. He's from like his hometown's like 20 minutes away. And then first couple practices, we're like, this dude, he got some moxie to him, and eventually he gets his shot out there, and it's like he can play some football, and you can tell the dude just plays with some swag, and he's out there playing free and just having fun. So
You go ahead, man.
What is something that, so now that you've been in the NFL, what is something that you would tell younger athletes, what you would tell your younger self as far as what you know now about what it takes to be in the NFL versus what you thought it took to be in the NFL in the beginning?
Shoot, it's a lot of hard work. More work than what people think. You can't just do what your coaches and stuff are saying you got to do, and it's a lot of stuff outside of that you got to work to, and it's a lot of time you got to put into it. I mean, you can't just decide, hey, I'm going to do this and do that, and not actually put forth the effort and things like that too. So
Yeah, facts. So I have a question. So before I start asking you about top five stuff like that, what would you tell top recruits in the country that come into these big schools? Because you was a top recruit yourself, you was the number one player in your whole state. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these players, a lot of recruits now, they got some cockiness to them. I had it when I was before I got hurt because I was one of the top recruits. I had 40 offers. I was kind of in that, but I was still humble. But what would you tell like the top recruits when they heading into college? Like, what advice would you give them, bro?
that star shit don't mean nothing. Well, given now, a lot of dudes just, they're going in for the money and things like that. I would always say, shoot, the NFL is better than NIL. That's where at the end of the day, like I'm worried about how can I get to the league, not how can I get so much money right now, and then I get drafted in the seventh round.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather go to a school that's gonna know how to utilize me and do what they're gonna do and do what's best for me, and then I can get drafted in a much higher position and take care of my family that way, rather than having to do appearances just to get paid and doing so and so things to get paid, rather than this is my job and this is what I get to do for my livelihood. So
Okay, facts. I agree. You go ahead, Demo.
You had any players you used to watch growing up? Any players you used to study?
man, you named Tavon, Reggie Bush, Percy Harvin, Devin Hester, Deshaun Jackson. List can go on. I say I always like winning spurts whenever, like I always loved watching different guys, and like I never had a favorite NFL team growing up. Just had a lot of favorite different players, and just wanted to watch everybody.
Yeah, facts. All right, so it's an out of topic question because my boys in our players choice committee, because that's what me and Bama are part of from. They have one of my boys. They played y'all in 2K and they beat y'all bad and they talk it crazy. I want y'all to run it back. I need you to run it back with them. I don't know if you can. I don't know when y'all can.
Hold up, was I playing with X and Dex?
I don't think you was playing with X and Dex. I remember
if I
my
wasn't
boy
playing
Mar.
with X and Dex, then I wasn't playing for real.
So you basically saying if you get Xavier, you get Dex Lawrence, y'all smack him.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, then that's whenever we lock in.
I'm gonna have to get that set up with you, bro, because they be like, yeah, I got to. But
okay,
go back to the football side, bro. Go back to the football side. So I'm actually a 3 top 5 questions. So first, can I get in no order particular? Can I get no order your top 5 college receivers of all time?
All time?
No order.
No order.
Crabtree.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper.
Dog.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you can't leave out Devontae Smith winning the Heisman.
Yeah. Feel you.
Randy Moss.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, this is so tough. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm missing somebody like really important. That's just really obvious. I mean, are we counting Tavon as a receiver?
You can. Shit, you can. Yeah, you can.
You can.
I'm just gonna take Tavon right there. That's my athlete spot, you know,
Okay.
wide receiver. That's my hybrid, you know.
Okay, cool. So we got the college route. So now I need your top 5 wide receivers currently in the NFL. No order. If you want to put yourself in that list, go ahead. But top 5 currently.
Tyreek,
Yo.
Jettas,
Yo.
CD.
Mm-hmm.
I like St. Brown a lot.
Sound good. Yo.
And Chase Brown. There's too many. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, Shay, you said Jamar, so I mean,
Yeah,
I like top 5.
Jamar, CD. There's oh my god, there's too many. AJ Brown. There's too many. There's a lot of dudes in this league that get open. Brandon Ayuk's nice. I like watching his game a lot.
All right, and my last one, then before Ben asks this question before we head out. I need a top 5 all time, no order. It can be your favorites, it don't matter.
Receiver?
Top 5, your receivers.
T.O., Randy, Jerry. A lot of people ain't gonna like this. AB.
Hey,
Oh,
I ain't tripping.
Shoot. And then probably Julio.
All right. I like the list. I like the list for sure. You go ahead, man.
Give us some of them drills you be working on, man. Like if some kids want to try to be like Wan'Dale, I mean, I know they fool ain't gonna be able to be like that because they ain't got your ankles and knees, brother. But give us some of them summer workouts. What you be working on, man? Like, I mean, if you ain't got to, I know you mean that's your sauce, but take us through some of them workouts you be doing to keep yourself, you know, top tier how you are.
Well, shoot, man. I mean, this past year, I didn't really get to do too much, like just on field work. I was rehabbing so much, you know. So, really, it's just making sure I got my like 1 sticks. I'm a real big dead leg dude, so just making sure that's always right there, and just the release work, just always making sure just working on different releases and things like that. Just getting creative out there, and I do a lot of speed work whenever, like being healthy. That's really the main thing. Just making sure my legs and stuff are strong, and just watching a lot of guys. That kind of helps me just kind of go out there and work on different stuff, and seeing what I need to work on and just how I can implement it in different drills. So.
All right, man. We got any more questions? We head out, bro.
Man, if you when the cleats all hung up and the ball fully flat, and I hope you played 15, 20 years, brother. I ain't trying to speak none into existence yet, but what would you be doing, you know, if you weren't playing football? What are some off the field interests that you have, man?
Shoot, man, I love being on the game.
Yeah.
Boy, that's the big thing. Shoot,
But would you be a
anything.
streamer if you wasn't playing football? Well, after you're done playing football, you probably
Yeah,
get into
I'm gonna be right on that game streaming, you know. People can call me not good. I'm just gonna be funny on there. It don't matter if I'm good or not. There's gonna be games I go crazy. There's gonna be some games, you know, we just ain't all the way there. But yeah, shoot. I mean, that like my whole life, my plan A and plan B was football. So I never really ever really thought too much about what else I wanted to do. And now I have more time to think about, all right, what are we gonna do after we're done? And hopefully this football thing takes me a pretty long way to where we don't have to do too much whenever we're done either. So
all right. Bet. So I appreciate you, Wan'Dale, for coming. I appreciate everybody that came in and tapped in. Hey, bro, Gabe, JJ, Mars. Oh yeah, I was just talking crazy about Wan'Dale, bro. Hey, he said it, bro. If y'all want to run it back, I'll hit him up so y'all can run it back. Y'all can do that. Make sure y'all stream it so I can watch it. But for real, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you coming up, of course, Ben. Appreciate you coming up, being my host, co-host. Appreciate everybody in the chat that came out, man. Make sure shit. And again, 30 minutes, we going right back live, man. Flag on the play. We're going to do this QB tier list. This shit gonna be fun, man. So, I appreciate everybody came out. Y'all like and subscribe to the video, and yeah, we out. Peace.
Yep. Appreciate y'all.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.